So just over a month ago now, I did a full unboxing and tour of Lenovo's YogaBook C930. It's a very innovative laptop style device. It's actually got dual displays, your proper display and then an e-ink display in place of where you would normally get a keyboard. I've been using the YogaBook C930 for the past sort of 5 or 6 weeks, so I thought I would just do a quick update now on exactly what my long-term thoughts are on this device and whether it's actually worth spending your cash on. And don't forget, for more on the latest and greatest tech, to plug, subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! So first up, easily one of the best bits of the YogaBook C930 is that crazy slim and light design. There's no way that you would expect this to be a laptop style device. It's fully flexible like all the best 2-in-1s. You can bend it all the way around like so if you want to watch a movie, put it in tent mode. You can use it as a tablet if you just want to mess around online or watch some YouTube, something like that. And unlike the likes of Microsoft Surface Pro and other 2-in-1 convertibles, it does actually have that proper laptop form as well, so it's really nice and comfortable to stick it on your lap and just use it in that form. Unfortunately, that fingerprint sensor up top is still utter cack. Every time I try and use it, it simply says your fingerprint is not registered, make sure your fingerprint is registered. I've tried registering it so many times and it just does not seem to work, so every single time I end up entering a PIN instead. And quite often, unfortunately as well, when it says your PIN is required to sign in, you should get a keyboard down here so you can just quickly type it in, but more often than not it doesn't pop up, so you end up having to tap here and then just using the on-screen keyboard instead. And even now, as you can see, we're in keyboard mode, but the keyboard still hasn't popped into life, so I'll quite often end up having to stick it into sketching mode and then going back into keyboard mode, and then we have the keyboard. It's just kind of a little bit fiddly and a bit annoying, especially considering this ain't exactly a cheap device. However, one part of the design that I really love, I didn't even realise was a thing until Jody Muppet on Twitter pointed it out, thanks Jody Muppet, is the fact that you can double tap it in order to pop open the lid like so. Absolutely brilliant. Just can't stop doing it, it's very addictive. Bosh. Now onto that e-ink display. I do a lot of typing in my line of work and I found that it generally works alright, but it's definitely no replacement for a proper physical keyboard. That said, it's a good size. I found that when touch typing I could generally hit 50 WPM or over. I like the little animations of the keys when you tap them. It's very responsive, completely free of lag, which is definitely great if you're hitting those high typing speeds. But I did find that after an hour or so of typing on this thing, the tips of my fingers would start to go a little bit numb because I'm quite a forceful typer, and of course you are just basically slamming your fingers against a hard surface. That ink surface is definitely much better suited to sketching and scribbling notes using Lenovo's stylus. Sketching on this bottom screen feels a lot more comfortable than drawing directly on the main display when you're sat at a desk, and as I showed in the unboxing, you can quickly and cleanly copy bits between the two displays. The stylus itself is completely customizable as well. You can change which app loads up with a click or a double click of that bottom button, and overall it just works really nicely. And of course you can use just that e-ink display by itself if you want to read a magazine or a book, something like that. All you've got to do is, as you can see, fold the main display all the way back and then double tap that e-ink display, double tap that e-ink display, and then bang, you can use it to read a graphic novel, read a proper ebook, whatever you want to do. It's a nice big spacious panel, and as you can see they're nice and detailed as well, so it is good if you do like a bit of graphic novel action. Unfortunately, I found at the moment it only seems to support PDFs. It doesn't support, for instance, Amazon's Kindle ebooks, but hopefully that should be coming in an update. Now as for the performance, it's generally fine, although it is an older Core i5 chipset packed in this thing, backed by just 4 gigs of RAM. So I find it works fine for my everyday work stuff, writing, editing photos, things like that, but I certainly wouldn't attempt anything like video editing on this thing with the complete lack of obviously dedicated graphics. When it comes to gaming, the YogaBook C930 is obviously quite limited as well. I've definitely found it works quite well with any touch-based adventure games, things like that. Generally does the job quite nicely. Anything more intensive than that, you're going to be struggling. And of course you have limited ports in order to connect accessories anyway. You've basically got one Type-C port either side, which is still not bad to be fair for a device this slim. And when you're doing something like playing a game, editing photos, watching videos, things like that, the Lenovo YogaBook C930 can get a little bit toasty down here on the bottom. You'll especially notice it if you're rocking it on a bare lap. Never got too warm though, not to a troublesome degree. I certainly didn't worry about my thigh hairs singeing or anything like that. And despite Lenovo's promise of 9 hours of mixed use, I found I never made it through a full working day with the YogaBook. Certainly 6 to 7 hours is about the maximum you could expect, and if you do decide to sack off work and just stream Netflix all day, you generally get around 5 hours of video playback on a full charge. I do still love watching a bit of Netflix on this thing though. However, those visuals are very nice and striking, nice and sharp, the colours are nice and punchy. It's good for photo photo editing as well, as it covers the full sRGB gamut, no worries. And even the audio isn't bad, despite the fact that it's a very compact device. Stick it on that top volume, you'll have no problem hearing what's going on in a movie or a show, apart from if you're in a really noisy environment like a kitchen. And of course, you can always just pop it into tent mode if you're on the move, or you just want to stick it on the counter, something like that. However, of course, there is the sticking point, which is the price of the Lenovo YogaBook C930. Unfortunately, it is a very expensive device because, of course, it is very innovative as well. Got some very clever tech in there. But you consider you can get the likes of the Surface Pro 6 for the same sort of price that's got much stronger performance. It is a bit tricky to recommend the YogaBook over that. But the YogaBook does have that fantastic e-ink display, which is brilliant for sketching and scribbling your notes, all that kind of stuff. So that's what I think of the Lenovo YogaBook C930 after around a month, about 5 weeks of using it as my work and play device. Are you tempted? Definitely let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest tech. Cheers everyone, love you!